All right. Hello again, Avengers, and welcome. Another exciting daily vlog. This is Daily Vlog 2025, number 319. And today, we're doing another Dark Sun update. Sorry, but I have been working immensely hard to make this something that's very, very cool and interesting and fun. And yeah, like I'm remarkably proud of the things that I made. So, what I've done recently, um, I have an idea. I've got an idea, um, and this idea involves using remember when I made that Roll20 video where I talked about how like the dynamic lighting works and everything, and how you can effectively use it as like an exploration mode. That's what I've decided to do with this. But in order to do that, I already have maps that I've got, and they look amazing, they look wonderful. But in order to do that, I had to manually go in and basically draw in every wall, manually put in every door, and kind of make everything work the way that I wanted it to do. And so that took me a few hours. But if I have done it right, I should be able to have the players man, brain just gone, just like that. I should be able to have it so that the players will actually reveal the map as they play, as opposed to me having to manually reveal every single area and stuff like that. And the tools in Roll20 allow me to do things like I can have locked doors. So basically, the way that the system works is I've set it up so that anywhere that I've put a wall, once the players put their tokens down, they actually can't move through their tokens through the wall. It'll just stop. And when they get to a door, it will stop them, and it'll also block their line of sight. So they can only see the rooms that they're in. But if the door is unlocked, all the players have to do is click on the door, and it opens the door. But for ones that are actually locked, I have to manually unlock them in order for the players to be able to open and close the doors. So yeah, it allows me to kind of sequester off places that I don't want them going until they've done things, or just allow them to kind of explore however they want. And through my little amount of testing, I think I've come up with a pretty decent system for getting this to work. So yeah, I'm very, very happy about that. Also, I've been creating the assets for the stream. So I have my overlay, and I'm really, really proud of this overlay because I was able to get Drive Through RPG is lovely and wonderful. And the reason I say that is I now own the 4th edition Dark Sun campaign setting and the 4th edition creature catalog, digital copies of them, and I got them through Drive Through RPG. I think I also got the 2nd edition Dark Sun box set thing from there as well. And it's really, really great because it's got all this great, amazing Dark Sun stuff, including a really, really nice, detailed map of the Tablelands. And I was able to get assets out of there to kind of create my overlay so that it looks very, very Dark Sun, and I'm really proud of it. Again, it took me a long time to kind of Photoshop everything into the right places, but if things work out the way I think they should, I will have this really professionally done looking, which it wasn't professionally done. It was done by some moron that has taught himself Photoshop, overlay, complete with an area for the map, because Draw Steel uses maps for everything, and I'm kicking around the idea of having character cards so that the audience can kind of see the classes and stuff like that. But in order to do that, I need the players to make their characters, and they're probably not going to do that until the session 0 that we run on December 1st. We have picked a day now. It's going to be Mondays in December because that was the date that worked for everybody. So yeah, Monday nights in December, I'm going to be running a Dark Sun campaign, and it's going to be cool. And I've got the music picked out for it, and I've got all the cool stuff set up for it. And yeah, really, the only bit of prep work I have left to do is to build the various encounters that the players are going to have to deal with, and then probably to create some tokens for the monsters and everything, so I can just kind of drag them, drop them in roll to 20. So yeah, like I said, my entire life, visual art kind of stuff was just something that I didn't do. It wasn't that I didn't want to do it. I thought it was really cool. I was just exceptionally bad at it. I did really, really poorly in art class, like always. It just wasn't my thing. I was much more into math and music than I was into art. And I never considered myself like a good artist or anything like that. So the fact that I can build these overlays myself, to me, is a really, really big deal. Because, talk to me like 5 years ago, and I would have said, nope, if I ever use custom overlays, I will either purchase them, like purchase pre-built ones, or I will have to pay someone to make me custom overlays. I do not have the skill set to create my own overlays. I mean, I guess I did create, like I created an overlay for Legend of the Three Kingdoms, and I created an overlay for Kingdom of the Kale Isles, my first TTRPG campaign that exploded at the end. I did create an overlay for that, but it wasn't like, I don't know. I never thought that those overlays were particularly good. They were just, things that I could do. And I personally think this particular overlay is significantly better than anything I personally have ever done. And yeah, it made me happy. So yeah, like I get that you guys are probably sick of hearing me talk about stuff that I'm not showing you, but I want it to be these big reveals when the game happens and everything. So yeah, the next thing I have to prep, once I'm done doing that prep work, the next thing that I have to start prepping is getting everything set for Strider mode. Because that, like I said, the assets of that I already have built, and I'm very, very happy with them. They look very, very cool. But I have to relearn the rules because it's been, nearly a year since I first talked about it, and I built all the assets, and I built my character, and I don't remember how the game is played anymore. And so I have to do that again. But yeah. The worst part about my particular disabilities is just how much I want to do and how much I can't, because my anxiety will get too high and I'll freak out, or my depression will get too bad and I won't be able to leave my bed for 3 days. Like, fun fact, those of you that were watching the channel this week, I had a seizure literally directly after my Wednesday night game. I started having a panic attack, and I had to end the game like super fast, and then I immediately had to kind of run to my bed to have a seizure, so that I didn't hurt myself by like falling or something, or hitting my head on something hard here. And yeah, I wasn't pushing myself particularly hard or anything. I just had a panic attack and then the seizure, and then it screwed me up. And I still have muscle aches and pains from it. What, 4 days later, something like that. So yeah. So the reason I'm saying this is when I can get my brain to let me do the things that I want to do, I get really excited about it. Like I've been able to trick my brain into letting me do the things I want to do, and that's a really big deal for me. So anyway, um, tomorrow I'll have something actually interesting to talk about. I promise. So it's all for me today. See you guys next time. All right. Bye bye.